grow hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Welcome to Tales from the Field. My name is Bradley Ball, and we are back and better than ever. Last week, I was back with Microsoft Fabric, how to ingest API data dynamically in Microsoft Fabric. This week, Daniel Taylor released Azure SQL, how to move and copy managed instance databases. And then here we are with another Azure Data Community Roundtable and a video on Wednesday yet to drop. The sun is hot. The sun is yellow. The yellow sun is out over the house. So where should you be? You should be here inside the house with the AC with us, staying cool over the summer. There is so much to do, so much to see. You don't want to miss a thing. This is your first time making your way over to Tales from the Field. Give us a like and give us a subscribe. We drop content on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. This is the Azure Data Community Roundtable, and this is what we do on Tuesday. We celebrate the data community and those of you creating that awesome content in the data community. If you want to interact with the show, it is so incredibly easy to do so. All you have to do is make a comment on the stream. One of my amazing co-hosts will see that comment. They will add it to the stream, and you will be a part of the show. That's right. There's the link, aka.ms/tftf/YouTube. That'll take you right over to the channel, and then you can sign up. I mean, how are you watching this if you're not already here? I don't know. There's our Twitter account, tells FT the Field. Make sure and give us a follow. And let me introduce these amazing co-hosts that I'm joined by that will add you to the conversation. Of course, I am joined by the man in the hat, Mr. Josh Luedeman. Andreas Padilla is out sick. Andreas, we hope you get better soon, buddy. Marco Aurelio Cardoso, our very own Robin Hood. Daniel Tiller, the mountain man, is also out. Hope to see you again soon, Dan. And then better than pineapple on a greasy slice of New York style pepperoni, it's your friend and mine, Neeraj Jhaveri. We got a quick call to action. This is the Azure Data Community Roundtable. You're here because it's part of the community. So what do we want you to do? Well, we want you to head over to the Microsoft site. We want you to check out the Azure Data Community. Find a user group. Submit your user group if it's not a part of it. Check out the newsletter and check out all the wonderful events that are there that are a part of the community. And well, next up, once you've joined the community and you're part of it, what do we want you to do? We want you to get some free training. So head over to SQLSaturday.com, the best place to be able to find free training online. We've got SQL Saturday happening in Baton Rouge, South Island, Albany, Wellington, Costa Rica, Denver, Syracuse, San Diego, Minnesota, Boston, and more. You want to go check out these amazing events. You're going to find Microsoft employees like us that are there speaking, Microsoft MVPs, some of the top consultants in the field, people doing things every single day just like you. And it's the place where you go home to find your community and be able to commiserate with people that have to deal with the things that you do day in and day out. Get that free training. Some of that training, you spend thousands of dollars for at conferences. You can get it for free on a Saturday. After that, where do we want you to head? We want you to head to Data Saturday events. You can see South Island, Columbus, Oslo, Denmark, Gothenburg, Dallas. So many wonderful events out there. People are looking to get back together in person and get that great in-person training. This is where you're going to get it. Data Saturday and SQL Saturday. And if you're a fabricator like me, you need to have this on your radar. Coming up soon at the end of September is the European Microsoft Fabric Community Conference. It is going to be here before you know it. Big announcements are set for that conference. And what are they? I can't tell you. None of us can. If we did, well, then Josh would have to come there and take you out. And we don't want to make Josh do that. He's wearing his Roy Kent shirt today, and that would just be bad for you because we all know what Roy Kent does best. And it's growl and take care of people. Absolutely. Well, you know, Roy Kent does a lot of great stuff. But anyway, where you want to be at the end of September is you want to be at the European Microsoft Fabric Conference in wonderful Stockholm. It is going to be an epic time and an epic place to be. And talking about epic, well, of course, if you're a fabricator again and you want some good learning, head over to the Microsoft Fabric Learning channel that we have on LinkedIn. Join it. Join the conversation where people are posting their blogs, great things like the roundtable for today. Some of the content you're going to see on the show today came directly from what has been posted in that channel. And we thank everyone for their contributions. Whew, that was a lot. Josh, talk to me a little bit, buddy. What did you do this weekend?
So actually this weekend, and the family and I went with a couple friends of ours, and we went tubing down the Rainbow River in Florida. which is part relaxing, part workout, part taking your life in your own hands.
That makes a lot of sense. That
Well,
makes a lot
because
of
any fresh water in Florida, what have you, Brad, what have you and I said multiple times? If there's fresh water, there's what?
there's gators in there.
Yeah. So that's part of the fun. It's a 4-hour tube ride down the Rainbow River, and you don't know what's around each corner.
No, you do not.
You don't know what's in the water underneath you.
To be honest, Josh, I'm thankful that you made it back in one piece with none of you missing.
None of me's missing. It was very sore the last day and a half from, between the sunburn and just sitting like this for 4 hours or laying in awkward positions on a tube, and moving around there. But yeah, no, doing good.
So a very good morning to our good buddy, Steve Hughes. Steve, we love you. It is so good to see you here online with us. Talking about a great man at a great place. Steve Hughes will be at Data Saturday Columbus. See you there. Oh, folks, you've got a wonderful chance to be able to talk to one of the greats. Steve is absolutely amazing. His knowledge in technology is unparalleled, but I'd say it would only match in his capability to teach you about business and soft skills. Steve is just a wonder. I give Steve a lot of credit for helping shape my career, and just the wonderful things I've learned from him. Steve, we love you, buddy. Great to see you here. All right. Well, there's a reason that people have tuned in. They've tuned in for the roundtable. I do want to say real quick, did anybody else have any fun weekend plans? I had something. Marco, Neeraj, did you guys do anything?
I went traveling upstate New York. I had my in-laws here. Took them to Westchester and then like the Tappan Zee Bridge. Now the Marco Como Bridge. I know. It's not upstate. It's mid upstate.
Still down, brother.
Yeah, so that's all I did. And then on Sunday, I had a friend hosting a barbecue party / pool party. So that was fun. I'm just trying to imagine Josh in this position. How would he?
Honestly, that was me for about the second half, because I laid on my back, then I tried to lay on my front. It was uncomfortable as hell. So like for the second half, the last 2 hours, I'm just like this, and then like climbing up the tube, and then slowly sliding down for about 10 minutes, and then climbing back.
The great thing is Josh Luedeman has a rider. Before he goes tubing whatsoever, it's that there must be a tube, it must be pink, and it must have a flamingo head coming out of it.
Oh yeah,
and I love that.
Yeah.
It makes it epic. Marco, how about you, buddy? Any good plans this weekend?
Well, hopefully the next one will be better than the last. I spent pretty much all my weekend cleaning out the house. Some late spring cleaning. Well, summer cleaning if you're in the South Hemisphere. But we got a lot of junk out. The house looks good. Now, hopefully we can get out of it on the next one.
Very, very nice. We took an unexpected trip to Lido Beach over on the west coast of Florida. And the west coast of Florida has some of the best beaches, some of the best sunsets in the world. The sand over there is so fine grained that the only place you find better sand is in Hawaii. And so it's soft powder sand on your feet, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. We had a great view of the room. I posted a couple pictures on Twitter under my Sequel Balls account. We got in that room and I took one look. I originally fought it. I'll be honest. I was like, do we need to get away? Do we need to get away? So we got in that room and I saw that beautiful blue ocean water. I went, yes, we needed to get away. I immediately apologized to my wife by buying the first round of drinks and then many other rounds of drinks after that. They had a fantastic pineapple daiquiri. Oh my goodness, it was so good. I've never had a pineapple daiquiri before in my life, and this was just stellar. Anyway,
so I have to lodge a formal complaint against one of our fellow co-hosts. Marco used the C word on a live stream. He said cleaning.
Sorry about that.
Our good buddy Daniel Taylor. Good morning, y'all. Columbus is going to be awesome. Yeah, it is, because you know who's going to be there, Mr. Steve Hughes. Absolutely, Dad. Great to see you, my friend. Can't wait to have you back with us. Okay, well, there's a reason everybody is tuned in. They've tuned in not to hear us pontificate about the weekend, but to hear great stuff. And of course, first up is Mr. Neeraj Jhaveri with announcing the general availability of time travel and 30-day retention in Fabric Warehouse. Neeraj, this sounds fantastic. Walk me through this.
I mean, one, this might qualify for the longest title. I don't know if Marco is going to beat that up, but this might be one of them. Anyway, great article by Ambika. I mean, with all ask from the customers, now we are moving the retention time from 7 calendar days to 30 days. Why this is required? Because a lot of customers were asking 30 calendars because they want to go back, right? They want to go always go back 30 days to get the data back from there. And then, I mean, she puts down what is the unlocking the potential of increased retention, definitely enhancing analytical depth, improved predictive capabilities, regulatory compliance and risk mitigation, and Fabric warehouse recovery. So if you have to bring Fabric back for 30 days back, you can definitely go up there and do it in there. She also walks you through how to do it, and definitely something that a lot of customers, I mean, I have customers who are asking, like, why only 7 days? Like SQL Server used to have 35 days. So why not so a Fabric warehouse have the same thing? And that's why they brought it 30 days now.
Excellent stuff. This is going to be a lot of fun to be able to dive into, because first off, everybody wants the capability to be able to time travel over their data, but the backup restore capabilities are great. Not only are they great, I'm curious to find out if this scenario is in place, but being able to restore under a different name, if that is a capability that we have, that's always key to restoring to other environments and being able to do different functionality that you need to. I can't tell you how many times we took a restore of a backup to be able to solve a problem, or if we had to troubleshoot something and we had metadata within it that we could access, we grab that, we restore it, and we start looking at the metadata information that we had to be able to populate it. So I'm really curious to play around with that and see what we've got going. And it's official. Marco has declared it. Time travel is here. Dan and Andreas can join the show. That's good news for them. We will go back in time and we will prevent Andreas from getting sick. I feel like that's a new mission.
Yeah.
We'll get Dan back. All will be right with the world. And I'm sorry, I said a pineapple pina colada, right? I think it should have been a banana pina colada.
Whoa. No. This is even better. You said a pineapple daiquiri.
A pineapple
and
daiquiri.
You're reversing it to something, a completely different drink with a different fruit. I love this.
Yeah, I just realized this. I'm, you know what? I'm going to blame it on being sober right now and only having half my coffee this morning.
Okay.
Both of those are problems we can fix before the day is out. Speaking of something else that we want to fix before the day is out, we want to get back over to a wonderful bit of content from Sandeep Pawar, my favorite man and one of my favorite handles ever on Twitter, Pawar BI. Make sure you give the man a follow. And what I loved was the interaction between him and our good friend Alex Powers. Alex Powers had written some content which inspired Sandeep Pawar, but it turns out that Alex had only written that content because he had been inspired by Sandeep in the first place. It was wonderful watching this go back and forth on Twitter. And just really neat to see these wonderful men feed off of one another. But one of the things that's very important to understand is the size of a staging lakehouse for data flows Gen 2. So he refers to some of the conversations that he had with Mr. Alex Powers. And Alex has a wonderful fabricator group going on Reddit. If you're looking for a place to join, to be able to make sure that you get a little bit more knowledge in your Fabric life, make sure and go over and join that Reddit group. And one of the things he does was he walks through how we can understand how to be able to use the code to find out what the staging size will be. He's got a couple different references that he goes through in here. This is a wonderful blog, but if you're looking at how you can calculate the size of the Dataflow Gen 2 staging lakehouse, this is a can't miss blog for you. A lot of wonderful stuff in here, and I don't want to spoil it. I want you to go and get this content. And a quick reminder, all the links that you're going to see on today's show are already in the description of the video. So go and expand that description of the video and click on these links and give these folks some clicks and go over there, read their content, and enrich yourselves. Speaking of a wonderful way to enrich yourself, well, it's whenever this man brings content to the show. You know who I'm talking about. Mr. Marco Aurelio Cardoso, our very own Robin Hood. OpenAI's fastest model, GPT-4o Mini, is now available in Azure AI. What in the 4o Mini is going on here, Marco?
Yeah, so a couple things interesting about this blog. First, the new look and feel of this website is just wonderful. I love to see that. But we've got a few key points here on this blog that are just amazing. So first of all, we're now always launching these new features right alongside with OpenAI. So this stuff is already on Azure. You can start experimenting. Number two, this is one of the fastest models that we have available on the platform now. It's not only faster, it is cheaper. You have more quota available. It's better across the board when you're talking about a smaller model. So if you don't need just that much capability in terms of reasoning, or if you're reasoning over smaller data, this is the pick for you. So GPT-4o Mini, I found it a little bit funny how 4o means for Omni, and now we have GPT-4 Omni Mini. Just a little curious choice of words there. But this model, it promises a lot. It promises to replace a lot of the older, smaller models. It comes with Azure Content Safety, which is something a lot of folks look for when they're deploying these solutions. They're promising millions of tokens per minute out of this thing. So it is amazing functionality coming to the platform. And I'm really eager to try it out. It's coming to a lot of different regions. It covers, Azure AI now covers a lot of, pretty much all of the regions with the global deployments. With leading performance, there's a lot of cool stuff aside from just a new model in this blog.
Fantastic. That's very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing some stuff on this. This is going to be a lot of fun to be able to work with. Speaking of something that's always fun to work with, well, whenever I see this man, of course, I know he's going to be great fun to work with. You know who I'm talking about, Mr. Neeraj Jhaveri. Neeraj, I've got you up next with fast transcription, public preview, and AI search, or AI speech.
You skipped Josh completely. Oh my God, that was Josh.
Oh my gosh, this is Josh's.
No, wow. Go ahead. I'll see you guys later. Have a good show.
Bye, Josh.
Oh wow!
I heard that and I was like, oh, he's really running with this bit. He's running with it. And then I was like, wait a minute. No. Yeah. He's completely serious. All right.
Yeah. I feel like I need a little more sleep. I'm sorry, Josh. Wow.
For showbiz, this is how you get written off the show. Right then.
Yeah, when purchase contract and when negotiations come up, the first thing that's going to happen is going to be like, I don't want to work with Brad anymore. Brad is no longer the host.
That's it. Done. I'm taking my talents to Twitch. I don't know. All right,
Josh. My apologies. Hold on a second. We're gonna do this all over again.
We're gonna do another take on this live show.
So how, I don't even know how to make it up to this man, other than to say what an exceptional talent that he is. He's fast, he's inspiring, and of course, he's going to talk to us about fast transcription, public preview, and Azure AI speech. Josh, take it away while I die of embarrassment.
Oh, don't die, because you still need to suffer in it longer. So this is actually a great article because it's announcing a new addition to Azure AI speech with the fast transcription service that'll get more to get it closer to an actual real-time transcription, so that it moves a little bit faster than the current real-time transcription. It's, just more efficient in that. And you can use it, again, plug it into your existing applications using REST API, and use it in AI Studio. It walks you through that whole scenario here. And there's other options it'll talk through as well, video translation, post-call analytics, even using them as copilots and things like that. So it's just a really good article that kind of walks you through the different scenarios of trying out this new feature, the fast transcription.
Very, very nice. Incredible work. Nice recovery. Thank you so much for landing that one for me. And now the link that he's supposed to actually be speaking to. Up next, I've got Mr. Neeraj Jhaveri, builds with EventStream CDC connector. Neeraj, take it away, sir.
Hey, Josh, before I speak on this, and if you have to walk around, there is a position open for the VP in the Democratic Party. If you want to just go up there, that might be a...
Wow. I was gonna say Brad loses his mind a little bit. Neeraj takes the shot. All right. Anyway.
So
So real time.
real time, yeah.
And myself being useful to my ticket, my partner on that ticket, more useful than I seem to be found here. Continue. Sorry, Neeraj.
Anyway, so Alex goes over what is change data capture. First, he explains what change data capture is. Definitely, I mean, most of the people know what change data capture is, but if you don't, that is what it does it. Then how event stream CDT connector is doing a change data capture. You can use it for Azure Cosmos DB, Postgres, SQL database, and MySQL. And then if he goes how to build up the notifications for change data capture. He's walking you step by step how to set up this change data capture on Azure SQL DB, and something that, I mean, I have few customers who are looking for it, but definitely change data capture is now the ask for everybody, because everybody's looking for what changed over the period of time or over the last day, and particularly in real time, a lot of data changes, right? When you're working with IoT devices, or if you're working with some of the real time data coming in, change data capture is a big thing for that. And now in Fabric, you can do change data capture on the event live streams on it. So walk step by step how to set it up, and you can play around with it. I mean, something that I was thinking, Brad, I would work with you. Maybe we can do a demo of it.
I think so. I was thinking the exact same thing as I'm reading that. I mean, you're hitting two of my favorite things right now, right? You're hitting SQL Server, then you're also hitting KQL with event streams. I mean, be still my beating heart. Yes, that is a video that we have to make. That's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, there's our good buddy Andreas. Good to see you, Phillips, from the field. Thank you, Andreas. Apparently, without you and Dan here, my mind just completely falls apart, and I start giving Josh's links to Neeraj. I don't know what to do with myself. Josh doesn't know what to do with me, and frankly, I understand that feeling. I've let him down. I've let down my little pineapple. So I guess I might as well be able to just keep going with this one. Microsoft Fabric Glossary by Reza Rad. What a fantastic post that he's got here. There's a whole lot of terms, and there's also a wonderful YouTube video that he's got to be able to follow up with this. But if you're new to Microsoft Fabric, you may hear a lot of terms that you just don't know, you don't understand, you're unfamiliar with. Fabric, Lakehouse, Warehouse, Data Mart, SQL Analytics Endpoint, Semantic Kernel, OneLake, Data Lake. I'm throwing all these at you, but the wonderful thing is Rez has actually got all of this defined. And this is quite a long list of terms where you may hear these things and may wonder, what is this? What do these things mean? And I thought it was absolutely just a phenomenal idea to be able to go through and define these things, to be able to make sure that people could look at them and understand. I mean, some of the things that we've covered when here, we make an assumption that people know what an event house is and what they're utilizing to be able to get alerts underneath the covers. So there's so many wonderful things within this list. Reza did such a great job putting this together. Again, you want to go and check that out. The links to the video, all this great content in the description of the video. So make sure and check that out. Josh, sure, call me a pineapple. Just keep insulting me. It's only from a particular point of view. Only to those of you on the dark side is that an insult. And speaking of something that's not on the dark side, something that brings joy and happiness to our life. Well, it's Mr. Marco Cardoso Aurelia, our little Robin Hood, announcing custom categories, public preview, and Azure AI content safety. Marco, you alluded to this a moment ago with Azure content safety. I think I'm going to need some content safety protection from Josh coming up here pretty soon.
Safety.
Yeah, if we turn on content safety for Josh, he will be on mute the whole call because now we've got custom categories in public preview for Azure AI content safety. I'm a fan of this product team. They have made so much possible in OpenAI, in search, in content moderation. And this time they're bringing us a new feature for us to create our own custom categories. Well, content safety is a very simple thing that we need to do. We need to categorize text in different, danger categories like bullying, like hate speech, like anything we can think of that we don't want to cover in a specific solution is now something that we can create a custom category in. And the interesting stuff is that we can use it not only just for categorization, but also deploy it on Azure AI Studio, Azure OpenAI, Azure Machine Learning, and we can deploy it, these new categories to all these different solutions. So now, if you want to stop Josh talking about Pineapple, we can always just create a category for that, provide a couple of examples, and deploy across all our different solutions. This is really interesting stuff. Again, I'm a big fan of this product team. They're making so much possible, and I'm very eager to try this out.
Whose side are you on?
I don't think there's a side. I think he's on AI's side.
I'm on the raisins side. I don't care about your pineapple issues. I just want raisins on everything.
I can do that with bread pudding.
And with one fell swoop, Marco completely eradicated your argument for the positivity of pineapples.
I don't know that I'd go that far, but you know what I would do? I would, in a second, go to this man talking about another man that I know, and it's Mr. Josh Luedeman on the great Thomas Farrak once more onto the data breach. Josh, I always love it whenever we get to hear from Tom on a subject. I was very, very happy to see that this was a link that you had in when we were planning the show. Talk to me about what Tom is covering.
So this one I went a little bit back for. So Tom published this article back in February in the midst of, conversations about different data breaches. With some of the issues, that have happened over the last couple of weeks, I felt like it was a good time to throw this out there again, but it's a real interesting story, Tom puts it forward, but it's a 52-year-old story about possibly one of the first instances of hacking, so to speak, but in this case, using social engineering to actually steal, I want to scroll down to make sure I get it, $900,000 worth of equipment from a telephone company 52 years ago, over 52 years ago. So June of 1971, to be exact, was the first instance of it. And it all started of going through a dumpster and finding old invoices, asking questions of folks, social engineering to figure out how the purchasing process works, and then extorting it to get $900,000 worth of equipment and sell it. And the only reason the person got busted wasn't because of, systems in place to find the issue, but the fact that he tried to bring in a partner and the partner wanted more and he didn't want to give the partner more. So the partner went to the cops.
Yeah, I was going to say there's so much interesting stuff in here, and it's all history. So how did he get caught? Because his partner demanded a hefty raise, and he wouldn't give it to him. Yeah, cutting your partner if you're doing a crime.
The moral of this story: don't F with me, bro.
I don't think that's the moral of this story.
I will bring you down.
I thought what the moral of the story was what Tom said here. First, social engineering hasn't gone away. And second, we still throw out valuable pieces of paper with personal information on them all the time. Third, employees take home their laptop.
From Tom's point of view when he wrote it. My moral is, after this morning's episode, better watch your back, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Please make more unnecessary pauses. Please make more unnecessary pauses. You're doing the Roy Kent t-shirt proud. All right, that's it. That's all for us this week. It was a little bit shorter than normal because we're down a couple folks, but we've also got to.
If I really make the Roy Kent t-shirt proud, we're going to get kicked off of YouTube. So there you go.
Well, probably not off of YouTube. I'm sure there's plenty of Roy
at least
Kent
banned for 30 days.
Well, I don't know. I'd go that far. You need to practice your growl. You need to be over there if you're doing a Roy Kent going.
No, I was practicing all the fancy words while I was on mute earlier.
The fancy words. There we go. Well, next Tuesday then. I see how it is.
Nice.
All right. Well, so there's a couple things we want to remind you of. Future Data Driven is coming up. It is also at the end of September. It is going to be a remote presentation. You can sign up for free. They have a wonderful user group that runs year round. Me and Dan have a session. Neeraj and Andreas have a session. And then coming up, we have Live 360. Josh, where's it going to be? Give it to me quick.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be on the beautiful grounds of the Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort and Conference Center on the luscious lawns of Universal Studios Orlando in sunny Orlando, Florida.
Absolutely. There's no other place you want to be the week before Thanksgiving. The theme parks are already decorated for Christmas. The gingerbread statues are put up. They have little railroad trains going around them. Bring the
Christmas
family
tree in the lobby.
Absolutely. Christmas trees all over the place. They're going to have a Christmas parade with Santa down at Universal Studios. Bring your family, let them go to the park during the day, and remember the Conference Hotel is the Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort, where your key card is a 2-park fast pass to be able to skip the line and ride rides as much as you want to. All of that for coming to a technical conference, getting to learn, and then go enjoy the parks, the food, and the scenery of Orlando at night. You don't get much better than that. Go take your family, do this conference, and then head back home and give thanks, because it will be Thanksgiving week, and you will have just had the most incredible week of the year at the best data conference that you possibly can at Live 360. Gentlemen, anything else we need to cover?
Yep. I think next week we might not have a roundtable. We have Postgres SQL PG coming in.
Oh, that's right. We're going to start advertising this as soon as this is over. As a matter of fact, next week, there is no roundtable. We will have the Postgres PGN. We will be talking with them. I'm very, very excited about this. If you do any work with Postgres, you want to make sure and come and hear from the PG that is the largest contributor to open source, to Postgres in the world, which is RPG, and they are absolutely amazing. As a matter of fact, a week after that, I think we've got a couple weeks without roundtables. Week after that, we are going to find ourselves in August, and when we hit August, we will be doing the July review for Microsoft Fabric. We will be back with myself, with Bradley Schatt, with Neeraj Jhaveri, and maybe some other guests. We'll have to see. But after that, I think we may actually have something coming up with an AI PG. So it might be a couple weeks before we're back with the roundtable. We'll have to see. We've still got to schedule that and get that on the calendar, but some exciting times. So 2 weeks without roundtables. We're going to miss you all. Be good to one another out there. Thank you so much for joining us on Tales from the Field. And as always, yeah, we appreciate you. So enjoy your summer. When we get back together, we're going to be in mid-August, and the kids will be back in school. Parents, rejoice. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a